As forecast, I'm seeing deconstruction of the cement shelter, although I would have expected the cement to be removed from it first. Ezra's building a ladder apparently, and I guess they're not up on the roof because it's rained. It would be a bit slippery up there at the moment, a bit hazardous. And I've started the process of putting down some concrete in the corner over there. The other thing that's going on here is a massive cage of reinforcement steel has been built and put in the ground there, and there's a solid column constructed, and there's going to be another tank on top, parked on top of that. So tank stands are currently in fashion apparently. With the roof on, it's still fairly light in here, which is the intent, so there's been a degree of success. And once we get a coat of white paint on the walls, that will improve the situation even further. So currently we're cleaning up the extraneous render and mortar off the floor. I'm not clear whether they still intend to put down another 5 centimetres or not. And I could go and dig out power supply and see if Dad can come up with the submersible pump that I last gave him. We should be able to start pumping this out now. Looking more like a shed now. Maybe a batch of mortar or concrete, we'll find out, I guess. Actually, I won't know because I don't know if they've already put stone in there. And in fact, there we go. They're laying it up to put gravel in, so we're making concrete. I think Ezra likes my machine. Oh, I got something right. I forecast I'm going to move the cement bag across to the shed and take down the concrete shelter, the cement shelter, and yeah, that's going to be gone by the end of the day. They're already moving in rocky fill. Might be long before they can actually drive over that with the machine and deliver the concrete directly to where it's needed, maybe. Okay, I see a frame for the polycarbonate to be screwed onto along the front of that skylight is in place. Looks like they are moving on to the final sheets for the roof. Just narrowing up this doorway into the shed from the little alcove on the east side. So we need that door to be narrow enough so that when it swings outward away from me, it doesn't impact the far wall. So that's the current project. It's there for him. It's not a thick layer of concrete in the car park, so I suspect I won't be driving over that in the compact track later. It might be a bit hard on it. Still doing beautification works on the side apparently. this stand's probably as beautified as it will get. Next step, put a tank on top. Get some water into it to hold it down. What they're doing over there at the moment is putting the cement board strip along the edge. They're putting the glass sheet on, which presumably will have more than usual overlap. They overlap by 2 ridges, that might work out about right. Two flat parts. It still is full on, because you look at it here, you've got guys moving hand trolleys of rocky fill around from the front. You've got a couple of guys over the back doing rendering on the south side of the fence. You've got a couple of guys doing concrete laying in the car park. You've got Kana doing demolition of the cement shelter. A couple of guys up on top doing roofing. Guys over here mixing concrete. And then there's more guys inside who are cleaning up the bits and pieces of mortar and render that have been dropped down on the floor previously to clean that floor up, and then guy in the alcove at the back narrowing up the door. So we have quite a team. Oh, and guys up the far end working on top of the tank doing something. Never stops. I just saw another truck of cement bags turn up. I wonder if that's part of the 1800 or it's more. I don't know why they're doing the roof like this. Seem to be undoing bits. But the laying of the concrete in the car park's progressing. Oh, we still have a few rocks out the front, but what I'm looking at here, I don't think it's rocky fill. I think that might be soil to put in the garden beds. There you go, there's something different. Now it's end of day, and we have a fair bit of concrete in the parking area, and we have a full suite of roof sheets. Here comes Dadang. I think I'm quite pleased with the amount of light in here. It may decrease a bit once we get a few windows in and grills on windows. But yeah, I think be able to work in out here in the daytime without having to turn lights on, which is the aim. Not that lights are very expensive to run nowadays anyway. It looks like they've been using some of the water to do a bit of washing down of the floor. And they're still picking bits off, trying to smooth it out a bit. So, yeah, the fun part's going to be the crane rails. I bought paint for those. I bought a spray gun. Still yet to receive the thinner we require for the paint. And I think my little air compressor might not be quite up to running a spray gun. It'd be nice to be able to get a bigger air tank for it and just be able to let it pump it up to pressure and then just rely on the tank to run the spray gun for a little while. But yeah, wonder how many weeks before we're actually in here using it for its designed purpose. Have a look at my toilet cubicle. Nothing's changed in here, okay. doorway's about right. Just bung a metal frame in there with a metal door in it, will be good. From the sound of it, they were running the winnower down at the rice factory, and now they've started up the rice polisher. So good to see the rice factory's in good use. I think Jabita said she might have bought some more bricks because we're going to build an incinerator. As the rubbish around here just gets put in a pile and then burnt. Well, I think we need to build an incinerator so we get more thorough burning, cleaner burning. So I've now got to go away and look at incinerator designs that we can fabricate with local materials. Well, it's a morning walk around and they're still working on removing the last of the rocks from the rocky fill. Now we've had a new load of bricks turn up to add to the this is the garden soil apparently, although it has a few rocks in it as well. But yeah, we're going to keep the guys busy moving stuff apparently. I'm starting to think the strategy is to spend Bruce's money till he runs out. Oh well. Oh, and in shocking developments, overnight it's rained again. So what's going on here is they're going to put a spoon drain across there. So he's penetrating the wall in order to allow it to drain into the canal. Looks like they plan to dig a fairly substantial hole there and line it with rocks. I think I've found where our incinerator is going to be. And here's the start of the new crop of bricks coming around from the front. I just did a count up, and between the various teams there's 19 people on site currently, and that's not including the catering ladies. I'm supporting so much of the local economy. Well, it's dripping rain again, and here's a truck with more steel and I'm guessing more bags of cement on it, given that was on the cards for today. There's our hole through the fence. Move the CTL out of the way, I guess, so this truckload of cement can be delivered. We might have to have help getting out of there. Probably by the time they get that load off, it'll just be a matter of 3 guys pushing. Well, they're actually looking to reposition to put the cement over there. Guys, does it take? More than that. Now after lunch walk around. Earlier I brought over the earth rod which we drove into the ground just outside the back door, and they're still working on that drainage canal across the car park. Well, I know my submersible pump's still working, but it's pumping water out through a pinhole leak. But the level in the service pit hasn't come down a huge amount. It's got a long way to go yet. And the groundwater may come in faster than the pump can pump the water out. We'll yet to see. I suspect this is groundwater as we haven't had that much rain. I think this thing's going to be about a 3 metre square rubbish receptacle rather than an incinerator. We'll see. Brought over my battery charger and set it up on the battery for the pump, but I see they've disconnected that. No idea why. I bought a 300 watt LED floodlight for illuminating the rice drying area at night, and we can set it up on the end of the rice factory over there, which you can make out through the trees, or we can give it a try setting it up under the end of Lisa's back patio here. Make it easy to plug in and unplug. The rest of its rocky fills made its way out the back. A few of the bricks. Obviously I had to drive over a few to get out as Azra and Dade went up to Panambang. And I don't think any of this soil's gone yet. It's fairly rocky soil. Okay, well, off to see what else is going on. Well, I've got more concrete in the car park, so you can see that thing sticking up by the door over there. I think that's just a bit of bamboo over the top of my copper earth rod. There's a 2 metre earth rod on the ground with about 10 centimetres sticking out above the concrete. That's a good spot for it because it'll always be kept, the ground will always be kept damp by the septic tank nearby. So let's go and see what else has happened. Well, this trench has got lots and lots of rocks down either side of it, so looks like they're going to have to penetrate to a lower level at the far end to get this to drain into the canal along the east side. Probably should pick those up. The doorway's looking more like a reasonable size now. My poor old level. It might never be the same again either. There's that bamboo cover over my earth rod. Yeah, well apparently it's just going to be a 3 metre rubbish box. Need to get some way of introducing air to the bottom of the thing to burn. It looks like we've finished the tidying up of the fence at the top. Might do with a bit at the bottom yet. And the rocky soil goes in these. It's going to be fun getting into the back one. Not sure how they're going to do that, but leave that to the people who are going to do the work. It's not my problem to figure out how to do things. Well, it's morning walk around and bricks are on the move. The soil's not moved yet, although I see there's a few interesting rocks tumbling out of it. They're more rounded than the ones that come with the other rocky stuff that turns up. Yeah, let's go and see what's happening around the back. I've heard one batch of mix being made this morning, so I'll be more mortar possibly, or render for more cleanup, more laying of rocks, etc. Let's go and see. And down there busily constructing. Not sure. Yeah. I don't think Jabide understood when I said I wanted to build an incinerator. So they're just building a big box to put the rubbish in and burn it in a pit. Not quite the same thing. Oh well. I wonder what they're up to here. The current plan for this corner here is to extend that pole up by a couple more metres and have a solar powered street light on that. So we'll get some illumination out here from that. This drain is now a lot shallower than it was, so it'll actually pass through the fence at the correct level to drain. But gee, it's got some strong underpinnings, so I don't fear for its integrity. And here we have some strings showing. Okay, so that's the facing that the columns will get to line them up. It's going to be interesting. The new brick pile is growing, but there's also bricks going over to the waste facility. Heaven knows what's going on over there. It's confirmed that Dadang's house gets a new 1,000 litre tank, and the smaller one over at the back of Lisa's is mine from the workshop. Well, it's the after lunch walk around, and looks like a majority of the bricks have been moved at this point. Still no movement on the dirt. Given that it's hot and sunny, I'm surprised there's not rice out drying. And in shocking news, I don't think it rained overnight. It's a bit first for a while. And there's something new, it's the man-powered pump. Latest delivery of bricks has just been stacked. We're off to get more. And look, we have some rice drying. Yeah, I still have no idea about the design for that thing. Okay, now I see what that metal work was about. They're extending the back patio over the well area. Well, I've walked down the south bank of the canal to the end here to have a look at this rubbish receptacle. And yep, okay, you're walking on one side. Not sure what else happens with it. You just burn the rubbish in the corner or what? And presumably the strings indicate the height that's going to go to. Oh, well, I guess I'll learn more later. Anyway, I need to wrap up this video because we've reached the point where it's getting a bit long, and if I don't start getting it uploaded very shortly, it's going to have to happen tomorrow because I put my computer on sleep overnight to save power, which means that the upload doesn't happen. This is the alternative, which is not atypical here in Indonesia. You see this sort of thing along the side of the road all over the place. It's a bit of a shame, really. Still doing the manual pumping. So there's about 30 centimetres to go by the look of it, and a step at fire in. So I wonder what it's going to look like tomorrow morning. Whether it will have filled up another metre or so. But, okay. Okay, looks like they just need somebody to give them a hand to lift this up and over. So then slide it up and nope. Really get some screws in it quick at that point. Being tall, I think it might have to involve my help at this point.